In terms of the Footies for All program, do you have a subcontractor workforce that delivers these programs, or you're looking to expand across Australia in that sense, or do you deliver all of the clinics? What's the go with that? Are you looking to expand more broadly across Australia outside of the Western Australia, Northern Territory, Queensland?
Oh, we just use So I link up with schools and sporting clubs and or other relevant charities or organisations, and then I have Footies for All as volunteers in each of those states, and then we mobilise them. Or if I'm lucky enough to get a sponsor, then I will go and deliver the programs with a team of other like-minded volunteers. Again, for 11 years, not one single cent that's been donated to the charity goes to any wages. We all do it as volunteers. And then we run the programs, whether it's basketball with Brian Curl or Ricky Baldwin, or AFL with the Wanderers up there in Darwin, or we just take a group of people that pay their own way. We had Jimmy Floyd, an amazing man in out the back of Cairns, who worked with us in Yarrabah. So yeah, it's just Footies for All volunteers around Australia that understand the power of sport and want to get involved. And then through funding, where we get it, all through private individuals or businesses, then we'll go into a community. And we went to Alco Island, which is 2 hours north of Darwin, and the Tiwi Islands, and we stayed there for a week, which was extraordinary, and then tied the clinics and giving out a ball to attendance. The kids had to come to school to be involved in the program, and then to take a ball home to play with. And when we got there, they're all kicking plastic soft drink bottles around the oval, and when we left, every kid was playing with a ball. And that's how it should be in this great nation of ours, how kids don't have access to sporting equipment, and even worse, a lot of the remote communities don't have fresh water. How can that be, Hayden, in this day and age in our great country, that Aboriginal communities don't have access to fresh water? It's a disgrace, and it's we're obviously talking about the voice, and that needs to happen, so that gives them a voice to Parliament to say, why are we living without fresh water? Why hasn't this been fixed? It's extraordinary that. And again, they don't have a large enough voice to get these changes done. And that's the same in the education system. I've seen, obviously, in the sport, and the sport's something I can change with like-minded people, which we're doing.
Assuming that most of your helpers and assistants, and your volunteers for Footies for All are coming from a school sport setting, has there been any discussion with the Department of Education, providing relief for teachers to travel, PE teachers to travel to deliver these programs? Have you had any discussion with the department in trying to, spread this great program more across Australia?
Yeah, lucky enough to speak with Indigenous ministers here in Victoria and education ministers from the Labor government. And they all say, what a great idea, and keep doing what you're doing. And that's it, basically. And same, I was lucky enough to speak to Kevin Rudd when he was Prime Minister, and also the office of Liberal Prime Minister Tony Abbott. And yeah, you're doing a great job. Keep going. So that's the response. Yeah, but no support like you're saying either. And but you just keep going, don't you? And I've been blessed and honoured to have such amazing volunteers and supporters and sponsors to help us to do what we're doing. And you never give up, and you keep going. And the people and communities that we've been able to get to remember that forever. And that's the impact that you make, that you've told them they're valued and they're honoured, and that we care for them in this way, and we'll give you this opportunity through sport. And we've been lucky enough to reach over 25,000 kids across Australia, which is extraordinary for a volunteer organisation.
Yeah, it's a shame that such a great initiative here hasn't been supported to the extent that you hoped it would be. Is there any way that listeners can get involved? If there's any teachers out there that are considering jumping on board as a volunteer or offering the program in their own school, how can others listening support this great initiative?
yeah, just go to Footys for All Facebook and Instagram. We're having our website rebuilt as we speak, and yeah, let me know if you want to donate or you want to get involved. And as long as you've got a working with children's check, we'll take anyone at any age and of like mind to yeah, give opportunities through sport around Australia for low socioeconomic, disadvantaged. We do a lot of work here in Melbourne with refugee communities as well, and obviously the Aboriginal community, great passion. And every time we go to any of these communities, I certainly learn more and get more given to me than I give out. And that's the same with all our volunteers. And again, it is an honour to be able to enter remote Aboriginal communities and to be treated like family wherever we go. And that's something, again, extraordinary about the Aboriginal people, in spite of the way that they've been treated by the white settlers, that they still have open arms to anyone that's going in there with good intentions to learn from them.